with the governor, even after the last time that you came to the Senate, you decided to extend goodwill. And you're saying that you did not receive the goodwill coming back from the governor's office. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
So your goodwill was not reciprocated?
Okay, since the last impeachment, we have not really had a lot of contact. I think the first attempt to bring us together was done by Cheki. The Cheki went to see the deputy president. They went to the president, and the president told them to go and see how they can unite Meru. So they called us, the leadership of the assembly. They called the governor, and for us, we had issues that really administrative issues that we wanted. Addressed. So we asked her also for issues that she would have wanted us to address. We gave her, ours were written. And out of those 14 issues, she read all of them, rubbished them in the meeting. We asked her, okay, what would you like us to do for you? She told us he would give us by the following Wednesday. It never came back. So I think that was the only effort that was there, and we parted with. But the issues in Meru are not really issues about, because also people are looking at it from the angle of maybe peace, whatever. You see, peace is not a cure for incompetency. It cannot be. And I'm telling you, Eric, and the Kenyans listen to us, the last person who would want a crisis in a county is MCA. Because even if there is a crisis between an MP and the president, or there's a misunderstanding, an MP has a CDF to align to. When there's a difference between the MCA and the governor controls the county kitty. Like I was like a 12 billion. The MCA does have really any fund that they can oversight, so that they can claim maybe
direct credit.
Direct credit from it. Yeah. So the least person who would want a crisis
is an MCA.
Is an MCA, because it injures the MCA most. But now if you see, we have gotten to that point. I think we got to a point where we know I'm 33. In 40 years, I will be asked questions, maybe my child also. When you are the county, this and this and this happened. So for us, it's not really about what Senate says or what happens there. It's about my conscience, clearing my hand, and doing what I must do when duty calls. So the issues we have in Meru, and I was about to say about the issue of the blogger sniper. You know, the people charged in court are three. There is the Christmas Manyara, who is a communications officer, who is being paid up to today. There is Supu. There's a guy called Supu Meoro, who is the key suspect actually, who called the sniper and who is sent to have called the sniper and lured them to go there. This guy has been working by the TV. Actually, in her CV, which is in our documents, she says that she has been a reporter at Vaita TV, which belongs to the governor. And also we have documents that the governor funded her for appointment in her office to the Public Service Board. And the Public Service Board actually appointed her. But later they investigated and found that the certificates were fake. So they revoked the appointment. The third person is the blood brother.
Who's?
To the governor. Who is the blood brother to the governor, who also happened to be her bodyguard. The other people were arrested and released after investigations. Were deputy director communications in her office. They were all people.
But these three have been charged.
Those are charged for money.
And they've taken a plea.
They have taken a plea. The three. Okay. Now, we started now trying to pressure the government, to put pressure on the government, so that now we can have a justice for that guy, because he really used to criticize the governor. Then the governor goes out and calls Amindia for Amindia press and says, those people moving around with the body of sniper have collected 86 million through a PIN bill number. and that those people have pocketed that money. So the wife to survival should be bought Prado. They should give her around 60 million. They should pay for insurance need for their children. And all that. They have collected 60 million. This is a public office. A county governor should unite the county. And then goes ahead to say, even the wife has gone to stay with an MCA. Remember, this lady, the husband has died in very unique circumstances, in very, very unclear circumstances. And now you are accusing this lady
of moving on.
Moving with an MCA.
With an MCA.
And you're the governor. You see that kind of level of insensitivity. That's gross misconduct for a that's, you see, now that lady is actually unable to bury her husband because now the people in the village started victimizing her.
So this is one of the grounds that you used to impeach her?
Gross misconduct, yes.
And you said this is gross misconduct because she said that somebody has collected 86 million shillings.
Yeah.
You know for a fact that nobody has collected 86 million shillings.
You see, I wish I came with that document.
You know for a fact that she said this.
We have videos.
So she said this at a
if
press
I can
conference.
give you will see them today.
But do you know for a fact that this what she said was false?
Yes, it is. Because let me tell you, she's saying they have collected. It is in the clip. You'll see it today. They have collected 86 million through a pen bill number. The pen bill number was registered through the wife to Sniper. It collected 227,000. And we have statements in the motion.
From this particular number?
From that particular
this
number.
Particular page?
Yes. So the wife has even messages. She was to bury the husband on 8th. And people was asking, how do you we come and help you bury a wife when you have moved on? Before even you bury your wife. Your husband, sorry. Number 2, you have 86 million. The governor told us that you have 86 million. So you can be able to and also insecurity. There are a lot of things that
cause the anguish.
Yeah, a lot of anguish. So Eric, there are so many things we can talk about Meru, and one of the reasons, the public service board has been very independent. We believe one of the motive why, you see now, like I told you, the issue of Sopo, the Eric Moredi, who was appointed and it was revoked by the Public Service Board. The governor was not very happy with it. That's now you can see going out of her mandate to write a letter revoking the appointment of the CEO, which she doesn't have powers to do. So what happens in the process? The CEO goes to court, county lawyers go to defend the case. We incur legal fees. At the end of the day, we have something else there also about the legal issue. The government illegally dismissed the CEOs for alcoholic board. And then it was in the previous impeachment motion. But this time round, the case was in court. So they were awarded the costs, 4 million. So as a county, we are paying 4 million because of the actions. So and as a governor, with controlling all that kind of thing, you must know that there's a problem, Eric. If you are unable to really you can't convince 24 MCAs on your side out of 69. It's a problem. It's beyond. And when we are told you're fighting a woman, I think that's what out there. You're fighting Kawira because she is a woman. And even if you look at her response to the Senate, she has not even responded to the issues. The whole of the affidavit is that I'm being fought because I'm a woman. I defeated men. The men have ganged up. They want to throw me out of the office. But now, when we ask you, why have you not appointed board chairs for all that long? How has the board been spending? How have they been recruiting? You tell us you are a woman.
So the last 2 times that you went to the Senate, the senators said the issues that have been raised here many of them are administrative issues, right?
Yes.
And they appear to be matters that should be resolved. Yes, it's the role of the county assembly to oversight the executive, but also the executive has a duty to, abide by the law. But some of these things are they sound always like basic administrative issues. matters that come to the governor's desk as the head of the executive, making sure that things are run smoothly. But when things are not done smoothly, there are officers who are supposed to have handled that. It sounds like it's a repeat of the same. How have you prepared to go to the Senate this time and make the senators see that when we say these things, it's not just administrative issues, there's a cost and an implication to it? Because what I hear you saying is that, the fact that you don't have a revenue board chair for an entire year affects how the revenue board collects on-source revenue. When you don't have, boards for these sagas, it means that service delivery is impacted. Do you have actually tangible information that you are going to take to the Senate to show the people of Meru have been disadvantaged because of this lack of action or these actions?
What many people doesn't understand is that you can only impeach a governor constitutionally on 4 grounds. Abuse of office, gross misconduct. The others two, I don't remember. The other one is insane. If the governor is insane, then she can be forced to leave office. Mental health, yes. And there's another one. Therefore. Now, in the Senate, you can only hear these 4 being mentioned. The others are specific changes. So you can always tie your changes around the 4.
To the 4.
Around the 4 and approve the 4. So when people hear you accuse government of abuse of office, many doesn't know that these are the only 4 areas that you can need. They think now you have brought now the issue again. They are expecting maybe a 5th or 6th one. So this time around, what changes is the specific changes. And the specific changes are, there's no single one which is repeated. I think the only one that closely relates is not repeated. The other one was on illegal appointment on its intrinsic value. But what we are complaining of is the fee that we were slapped with in court.
The legal fees.
Yes. Now you're asking us about the cost implication. According to the the statistics, Meru County has a potential of collecting 3.2 billion
a year.
Yes. In on-source revenue.
Has it done that in previous gubernatorial administration?
No, it has not, but that's the potential. According to KNBS, 3.2 billion. Our potential is bigger than Murang'a. Murang'a has collected 1 billion. Meru County, last year, we collected 385 million. Sorry, the 2022-2023. 2023-2024, we have collected 380 million. We have gone down by 5. As an assembly, towards the last year, the last financial year, we purchased a new revenue collecting system and is trying to automate everything. And the executive promised us that if you approve this money, and the target was 650 million, we will collect 650 million. It went down to 380 million, even with a new system, which we bought at around 80 million. Then, this is a board. You see, and let me tell you a lyric. Counties are struggling. Right now, I'm with the budget committee in the assembly, and we have been in the budget process. You know how much is going to development without conditional grants? 14%.
Is what's going to development?
To around 1.5 or so billion. That is what is going to development. The other money goes to recurrent.
It should not be less than 30%.
It should not be less than that, but what they do, they go and they lump it up with the conditional grants.
Right.
And you realize that some of the conditional grants are not really transformative, because some of them will come in terms of maybe fingerlings. What do we call the
fingerlings?
The fingerlings.
The small fish seed.
The small fish seed. You will be given small. The fingerlings worth
100 million.
Not 100. 200 or 500 million.
500 million.
Yes, conditional grants. You will be given money to go around check Timbi or whatever, worthy, maybe 500 million. So what does the executive do? They allocate a lot of money in the recurrent, then they use this money, they call it development. Then that's why you realize there is minimal development. So what we have done, right now as we speak, Eric, in Meru, for 1 month, the hospitals are not operational.
For a month.
Sorry.
What does that mean?
Yes. When you say they're not operational, what do you mean exactly?
The doctors are on strike.
Oh,
The workers are on strike in Meru.
But if they were not on strike, would the hospital be functional? Would it have commodities? Would it have what it needs to actually run as a hospital?
I was sent in there.
Okay.
On that first day, in a dispensary called Kigujo Health Center, actually, which has a maternity, which is allocated to the workers. It's a maternity. A lady delivered between 6 and 8 at the gate of the hospital
6 a.m.
in the morning. It's one of the clips you'll be seeing them there. And the lady actually was the child was placed in a plastic karai. You will be seeing it in the videos today.
Why are they getting?
Why?
Because the service delivery in Meru is totally broken down. No supervision. People don't go to work. Everything is broken down. Eric.
Hey.
And an healthy worker is supposed to be in hospital throughout the night. They are not there. A lady who has labor pains comes at maybe 5. They were saying she came around 5. The residents. They were protesting. Actually, there was a demonstration. The lady is staying there. She was helped by the village women there. And you will see the lady was placed, the child was placed in a plastic karai, in a plastic basin, and there's not even a watchman to even open the gate. And then watchman came and told them, oh no, the people who come to deliver here in the bush here are prostitutes. You'll see him there. It's on record. So let me ask you, up to date, that's a woman. Our governor is a woman. That lady, the governor, has never commented
On this particular
on that issue, has never reprimanded anyone. No one has ever been summoned because of that. We just went as usual. Because if I were the governor, I would actually apologize to that lady and resign.
Where?
It's pathetic in Meru.
Jim, we will be seeing the case that you present before the Senate. We'll be watching, and hopefully maybe towards the end of this, we'll invite you back.
Yeah,
so we can then look at what has been said and what the Senate has said. Jim Mushui is the MCA for Adwana Ward in Meru County. He is the majority whip in that county assembly. Keep it here for more 8 a.m.
Good morning. This is Newswire. I'm Dennis Aseto. President William